Oh, 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 oh,
Hey.
oh. Ready. Anyways,
What's going on?
what y'all?
How it be going?
Blah.
We should probably try starting normally, like a bunch of normal people sometime.
Nah, man, fuck all that.
Yeah, that's boring.
Normal.
This is a symptoms of cabin fever and being stuck in the same room.
Says you.
Oh yeah, you've been going into work.
I think I'm going nuts, guys. I think I'm going insane. I've just been told I might be home till September. So
September.
September?
yeah,
That's
dude.
what they decided at your work.
Currently, that's the current standing.
Huh,
Man,
I've heard even later for myself, so
I'm hoping it's just like playing it safe, and then you can go backwards versus saying June and then July and then August, right? They're just kind of like projecting a further timeline, and I'm hoping that is not the timeline, because I'm definitely gonna have to figure out what else I can do to be creative with my time. Maybe I'll start doing like 6 podcasts a day with you, Doc.
Yo, I'm down, man. You want to jump in?
Seriously,
I've been doing it. I've been doing a lot of podcasting, man, and it's been good. Like today, I was uploading the audio versions of the episodes that I've been doing.
I noticed.
And in the time that I was uploading them, like I uploaded maybe 4 or 5, and by the time I uploaded the 5th, the first 2 already had like downloads and listens. I was like, oh, that's good.
So one of them might be me.
Dope, man. Yeah, so much appreciated.
I check out your stuff, man.
Yeah, I've been having fun, man. I'm posting them on YouTube, posting them on Anchor, so that they're fed out to all the other podcast sites and whatnot. And yeah, it's been good, man. Keeping busy.
No conversations. I think the one I downloaded was a Star Wars one, because that is.
Oh yes, yo, Ari's dope, man. That was a great guess. I didn't realize how much of a geek Ari was. Like I knew, actually no, that's not true. I knew Ari was a geek. I just didn't know Ari was a Star Wars geek the way that she was. So that was.
You know how exciting it is to have a Star Wars conversation with people who actually know the universe.
Dude,
because most people only know Star Wars, and I say most people because like I feel like the circle is that small when it comes to Star Wars fans. It's really weird. They make a lot of money, but like I rarely meet Star Wars fans out in the wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Out in the wild,
dude. 100.
But it's nice when you can talk about like, man, if they did this for a movie, like forget the Skywalkers. What if they just like went into how the Sith broke away from the Jedi? And
did you?
You're like, yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Did you hear her whole thing about how her whole theory on Qui-Gon Jinn? Did you listen to that part yet?
No, I haven't.
I won't spoil that.
I won't.
Yeah, I won't spoil that. But she goes into like a whole thing with Qui-Gon and how they could have made that so much better. And I was just like, yo, this is insane. It is such a good idea.
I would start a Star Wars podcast if there wasn't already like 20 million.
Yeah. My partner was listening to a Game of Thrones podcast, and then that podcast referenced another Game of Thrones podcast she should check out. So she listened to it, and she's just like, I'm not really sure why they told people to switch to this one, because it's the same damn thing. Like, they're doing it, like, they're on the same schedule week to week. It was so weird. She's just like, it's not even fun listening to the same, like, 2 episodes, 2 different podcasts, same content.
And they're on the same schedule.
Yeah, and they were on the same schedule. Like they were talking about the same things at the same time, and she's just like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that's a little much.
Yeah,
that's a little much. If it was like, okay, they started a year ago, you guys can go check out how they talked about it.
Yes.
And like, compare. But if you're on the same schedule, it just doesn't feel the same.
Shout out to Lee J.
That's poor promotion on their part.
Lee J already saying, "What's up, Kings?" Shout out to Lee J.
What up, Lee J?
Oh,
what up, bro?
I'm happy that you put that in the damn did they, because I think I put it in the news, but it definitely should be a damn did they.
Yeah, no, that should be a damn did they. I'm super happy because I read that like 2 seconds before we started. I'm like, I was actually
gonna do the damn did they and talk about the same Mr. Musk naming his kid XAEA12, some weird
Zeta 12.
Zeta 12.
No, Zaya. That's how I pronounce it. Zaya.
Zaya.
If you take the X and then the AE and then the A, Zaya 12.
Oh,
they're just trying to be fancy. Fuck them niggas.
Oh, okay.
The unknown variable.
Oh, you saw the breakdown? Did you see the breakdown on Twitter where she explained what each letter in the name means? And one of them
to a girl who calls herself Grimes.
Yeah.
Are you even, is that even legal? Are you able to even like? How do you pronounce this?
You know what though? In the United States, they let you do anything. It's Quebec that doesn't let people name their kids anything.
Yeah, Quebec shuts that down.
Yeah, Quebec stops you.
You will not call your kid Comet.
Yeah. What was the other one? Spatula. Spatula was the big one that they tried to name their kid Spatula, and Quebec was like, no, dummy. What the? No, sorry. Mais non, idiot. On va pas faire ça.
That's French.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's because they didn't say it in French.
Yeah, exactly. It's spatule, not spatula. No, but t'as pas le doigt, man, toi là. T'as pas le doigt.
Trying to figure out if anyone anywhere has written down how you pronounce this.
Not yet, because Grimes and Elon haven't announced how they plan to pronounce it. So
They
everyone's
don't know.
saying
If you
phonetically.
just combine both their first names or whatever they go by, and then that's a weird name on its own. Elon Grimes.
Elon Grimes. Yo, man, can you imagine when this kid is older, how resentful this child's gonna be? Like, why are these people my parents? What did I do?
But that kid's gonna be weird AF as well. You already know it.
You know his sons are gonna call him Deuce too. Hey, yo, Deuce.
But question: is the kid gonna be weird, or is it gonna be that thing of like counter to your parents? Like, you know, the hippie kids of the '60s and how their kids turned out to be yuppies, corporate yuppies in the '80s. And that was a big shift.
That's not how it works in Hollywood, bro.
True. Okay.
Is it Hollywood?
This is pretty much as Hollywood.
Yeah,
as it gets
I don't know
when
if
it
I
comes to,
count
like,
Grimes.
popular.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
He's amused. And
Yeah, Skinny, you're out, man. Sorry.
Yeah, Skinny, you started cutting out. What'd you say, homie?
Yeah, you
so
cut
I
out.
said Pink, and she's a musician, and he's like Dexter from Dexter's Lab. So I don't.
He's pretty much a rock star scientist. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Dexter from Dexter's Lab. That is an interesting one. I have not heard that.
Hey, Dee Dee.
Who did that?
I can't really do Dexter's voice. It's close. It's close enough.
I love
Yeah,
Dexter's
so
Laboratory.
damn did they
Yeah.
approve
This is so stupid.
Tom Cruise
This is
movie
so stupid.
to be filmed in space. This is not a hoax, folks. In this article, it says NASA and Elon Musk is speaking of the devil, Elon Musk is SpaceX to achieve the historic feat of allowing a studio to film on the International Space Station. That's pretty crazy.
So all I can say is, can I just ask one question? Had I told you yesterday, guess which actor is allowed to go in space to film a movie? Who would have it been?
Vin Diesel and Fast and the Furious.
No, I actually thought
I was like, that's going to space.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, sorry. Rewind, guys. You were both talking at the same time, and I don't think it caught anything.
But now waiting for you.
Yeah, Dave.
I was just saying, like, Tom Cruise is the only one with the balls. Like, he does all his own stunts and everything. So logically, his next stunt would be to go to the moon. Like, it's
100%.
that's why I find this hilarious.
Well, I saw it and I
Is it
didn't
the next
go like.
stunt though? Like, I feel like there's a lot of things he could have done before the moon. Like, even on Earth, we do stuff underwater first before we go to the moon. Where's his underwater?
No, this is Tom Cruise, baby. This is Tom Cruise,
you know
baby.
what? You know what's going to be filmed on the International Space Station? Probably the sequel to Live, Die, Repeat.
Oh, that would be dope.
That would be dope, but I
dope.
think it's an original movie that's going to be filmed.
That
up
is
there,
a
though.
good
That's
call.
what I've been reading. but-
Impossible 10.
No,
Toby,
it's not. It's
though,
not the
yeah.
Mission Impossible movies.
Toby hit it on the head. That would have been a dope ass one right there if they did
that
that.
would've been
That-
dope. What was the other title for that movie, by the way?
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I prefer Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I used to call it Edge of Tomorrow, but for some reason,
they
a lot of
changed it.
people know it by Live, Die, Repeat.
Because that was the original title, and then I think technically they changed it officially.
Yeah, I wonder why. I kind of like Live, Die, Repeat.
They changed it on the DVD release. It was on the DVD release.
Yeah,
It was Edge of Tomorrow in theaters. And then DVD release, it was just like Live, Die, Repeat, and then like Edge of Tomorrow in the small little corner of it. So so they just renamed it. That's why they renamed Harley Quinn. I think it was the first movie to do that after its release. Don't quote.
Don't quote me, but it's true because I remember they were saying they wanted to like Live, Die, Repeat. I think was the original title that they had and then they were told to change it, and then they decided to change it back.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow doesn't really like bring you there, in my opinion. Once I saw the movie, Edge of Tomorrow didn't make sense. Live Die Repeat does, because you're like, that's legit what they're doing, and it's a catchy title.
Yeah,
and I like it. Yeah,
but they probably removed it because probably at the time they were like, it could get us a lot of bad publicity if people are stupid or something like that. Like, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Definitely. I think maybe, I don't know what year was that out? It was like gun violence and things a thing that they felt they might have lost revenue if they kept the Live Die Repeat title. It's possible.
It makes a lot of sense. I'm actually gonna look it up now.
What's that, Skinny?
I want to say 20. Maybe it came out in 2013. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's possible. Time is but a construct, guys. I don't know what yesterday was and what today is anymore. But I thought that was a pretty huh?
We've been saying though, like there's only 2 days in the week now, today and tomorrow.
That's
What?
it.
That's it.
We're constantly on the edge of tomorrow.
There's technically a third, yesterday, but no one wants to think about yesterday. You just want to live in the now.
Yes.
If you start going backwards too, you're just like
2014, by the way.
2015.
What's funny is we are technically Live Die Repeat at this present
Oh
time.
my god. I was thinking that, but I didn't want to say it because I thought that was very depressing as a thought. But thank you for nailing that.
I've been saying it's Groundhog Day for the longest
I
time, but
know.
this just feels more suitable now that
Yeah,
we're
because
in
Groundhog.
this for the...
Okay, yeah, no, because Groundhog Day, I was gonna say, oh, Groundhog Day's not that bad. I was like, no, he still dies every day. But Live Die Repeat, he dies in more horrible ways though. And sometimes in Groundhog Day, he doesn't die; he just goes to sleep. So I'm okay with that.
That's true.
Yeah.
What about Happy Death Day then?
Oh yes,
they all have the same kind of concept.
Did you watch Happy Death Day? I
loved Happy Death Day.
I only
dude.
watched it recently, and I was like, "Hey, this is actually really good." Like what?
Fun and it's great.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Nothing wrong. It's exactly the genre, and it works.
Yeah,
the concept works 100%, hands down. Both of them too.
Yeah.
What is this?
Happy Death.
Horror version? The horror film like it? That's what it is?
Is it a horror though? Because I didn't find that scary.
It's along the lines of like the Scream, like one of the only movies that's done that genre really well.
Yeah.
Along the side, like the Scream kind of movie.
Yeah. They essentially took Groundhog Day and Scream and put them together.
And it works out.
Yeah.
It actually does work. Because there's a lot of humor in it too, and it works perfect. I mean, the actress on point with everything. She's really good final girl.
Yeah. And the great thing is they got the person to design the mask from Scream to design the baby mask for them. So they actually were like going to someone who like knew their stuff. I was like, man, that is impressive.
Yeah. Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You is the second one.
Yeah.
What's funny about that movie?
That's a smart one. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty good. In the theaters when I first saw it, her ringtone for her phone was 50 cents in the club.
Yeah.
In the trailer. But when you watch the movie, it's some random made up like ringtone song. It's like, hey, it's your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Birthday. Right? And I'm like, wait, what happened to In the Club? Go shorty, it's your birthday.
I'm sure they
probably
couldn't.
Gonna like
movie. They probably couldn't clear it. If anything,
we use it for the trailer and it worked. It draws you in.
Yeah, we should watch it. We should check in IMDb because IMDb probably has that in the trivia, like those like movie trivia things where they probably explain what happened. Yeah. But that's true. I could see because the one that she has on her phone in the movie is hella annoying, and like
annoying. In the trailer, you're like, dun, 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 dun. You're like, oh, she wakes up to this every morning. It's not that bad, you know.
Except moving on his way to death.
Except you keep dying every day.
Oh my god.
The second one is weird though. In the second one, the fact that it's like, oh. Well, actually, are you guys going to watch it? Because I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to spoil Star Wars, but I'm not going to spoil this.
Oh, I didn't understand.
No, I didn't like an like get it. Yeah.
They found a way to make the concept work and brought a team in, technically, in the second one.
Yeah.
And it's really well done, man. I don't know. They've perfect movie.
I like this. But also the second one is not only just a day repeating, there's like they're in an alternate reality, which I thought was dope.
Yeah.
That's what I really liked about it. Yeah. I was just
they made it work. It's not convoluted at all either. And I don't want to get into it, but this is like an early view the right thing. I would definitely say view this movie. It's dope.
It's on Crave too, I think, because I'm pretty sure that's where I watched them. If you're in Canada, if you're in the States, I don't know what the hell you're gonna watch it.
I read the wikis, but I can always watch it.
Good luck to you, Yanks.
Yeah.
I'm joking. You guys need all the luck right now to survive the quarantine.
Tell us how you really feel.
I feel like these guys are in a tough situation. That's how I feel right now. Anyways, and then that's what's going on. That's the world we're living in right now. Live, die, repeat. Just...
How you guys doing though? You good overall?
Yeah, man.
Great, bro.
I mean, I am
much better than I thought I'd be.
You know what's funny about Skinny saying it's great is that he actually technically has a routine still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're actually like still in your routine, which for most of us is completely shattered.
Yeah.
Shambles, all y'all shambles.
Well, my routine now is just wake up, clean, and then plan podcasts and edit podcasts throughout the day. That's all.
Clean optional.
Oh no, man! I'm trying to like keep cleaning and like. Because my partner's a nurse, so she's always at work. So I don't want to
see that to come home neither.
Yeah. Wait, what?
She comes home 5 days later. I leave you alone for 5 days.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean though? Like it'd be bad, man. If this place was just a pigsty, I would.
You have no one to blame. It's not a team thing. It's you.
Yeah,
You're the one.
It's not a team thing. It's you. That's the name of this episode. It's not a team thing. It's you.
I am home. Like you're out there trying to save lives, and I'm here playing video games. Nah, man, that's not how that good. That's not how. Today I spent most of the day. Like I got I finally bit the bullet and got Disney Plus. And when I started it up, I was just like, oh, I'll just watch the last episodes of the Star Wars thing, and that'll be it. And I spent while editing, spent the entire day also rewatching Rebels, and I was just like, oh, this was a mistake. I should not have
wanted to watch Rebels.
Yo, dude,
that's on my list.
Because I realized I didn't finish season 4. I didn't watch season 4. I finished season 3, and I was like, oh, this is why so many things feel out of place. Like I'm so confused about stuff. But yeah, man. Yeah. It's
one thing that I definitely want to check out.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about it. anyways.
Cool.
But yeah, view the right thing. Skinny.
Yeah, boy.
You only watched episode 5 of the Last Dance. You didn't watch 6.
So I watched the 5 last night because what it is, I have to watch this show on like high quality television. I can't be watching it on my phone or my computer. I just can't.
Okay.
I need to be able to see because what I do is I rewind and I rewind, read the captions, and then I kind of look at everybody's expression just to kind of really captivate where they're. No, because you really get the vibe of like Mike was an ass.
Oh, and, Mike. Yeah.
So this episode, I really just love the focus on it when they spoke about the dream team, how nobody wanted my boy from the Pistons on the team.
Isaiah Thomas got the shade, man. That was cold.
He tries so hard to be noble too. Isaiah tries so hard to be like, I don't know why I wasn't picked. I was a really good player.
I was eligible, and they just didn't want me on the team.
And meanwhile, Mike was like, Scotty hated this nigga.
Yeah. He's like dropping names. He's just like, Magic didn't like this motherfucker. Larry didn't like that motherfucker neither. I was like, damn, dude. Like,
he's a great player, but despite me hating him, and I was like, oh boy. So it was just a really good episode, and I enjoyed it. And I'm waiting for 6 because I want to watch it on quality. So yeah, I watched 5 last night. Great episode. I give it a thumbs up. I'm also putting Danielle through The Wire.
I'm all the way up to 8 for The Last Dance.
Oh yeah, the 8. Okay, shoot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So my
9 and 10 aren't even made yet. Is the crazy part.
I know. Which is why it sucks that it leaked this early.
I was so mad.
That's why I waited.
I was so mad when I realized 9 and 10 aren't available, and then I looked it up, and they're just like, "Yeah, we didn't even interview John Stockton yet." I was like, "Oh shit!"
They were forced to kind of put everything on hold because of this stuff.
Yeah, man.
They just put out what they had, so that's why you guys didn't rush ahead so much, man. That's why I'm taking it, slow burn.
That's okay. It frees up my time for other things.
There you go.
Dude,
you know how much shit I've watched? I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so how has she been doing rewatching The Wire?
Yeah.
She's never seen it.
Oh, is she watching it with you?
Time.
Oh, this is the first time for her.
She's watching it with me.
Okay.
And?
She loves cop dramas, so she's always watching like SVU and shit.
I was going to say, this one's
Exactly. I'm like, let me put you... No, but I want to put her onto this because I'm like, this is cop drama, but this is also like the relationships between... people over 5 seasons of just speaking to each other. So eventually the kids that they're knocking, what's good, man? They are just basically. I'm outside, so people be
I thought it was a bird because you hear a bird and then you just hear him say, "What's up, man?" I was like, "Yo, what is this Disney shit right now?"
It legit sounds and looks like they're on the stoop in the hood selling drugs, bro. You walk by and you dap them, give them the product, and they just left real quick.
Oh shit!
Speaking of the wire.
Speaking of the wire, so essentially, she's really really into it. We're on season 2. I warned her that to me it's one of the most boring seasons. I don't really love it. So we're getting through it, but she loves the show. She thoroughly enjoys any scene with Fredro in it, not because it's Fredro, but because how he's just so grimy to McNulty. She doesn't really love McNulty.
Really likes McNulty, to be honest.
Nobody really loves McNulty. My boy loves McRoll too. My boy loves McNulty. Shouts my homie.
I actually have a problem with characters who are deeply troubled like that,
right?
And won't seek help for it. You know?
Yeah.
McNulty was that.
Yeah, he is a problematic person. I feel like Skinny's having a whole other conversation. I don't think Skinny's paying attention.
I think he's
I'm listening to both. Don't worry. Okay. So my boy tells me that. All right, well, I'm with that. McNulty's a dick, but then he tells me the scene where he's in the bar and he's drunk out of his mind, and then he just starts talking to somebody on the phone. Next thing you know, you see him smashing some chick in the bathroom or some shit. That was the griminess of McNulty. I'm not so in love with that about the show.
Yeah.
But every other character is kind of more or less like. Actually, Carver's a bitch. I don't really like Carver.
Wait, who was Carver?
Carver was him and the small black dude who ends up being the priest.
Oh,
yes.
He
ends up being a punk.
Yeah, I didn't really like him very much either in the show. He was just I don't know. There's something punchable about his face.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
there's something punchable about this man's face.
But I like Kima though. Kima's dope.
Kima's hard. You know what I realized about this show? They never outed Rawls.
No.
You got that one scene of him being in that bar, and that was it.
Yeah.
They should have just destroyed Rawls. I hate Rawls, man. Anyways, that's it.
Rawls was which one again?
Rawls was the lieutenant. I kept fucking over McNulty.
We lost
Franklin Armstrong.
Oh, that's what it is. Hold on, I'll fix that.
Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, we're still good. You guys keep going. I'm gonna fix it. Give me a second.
All right. Yeah. No, that's crazy. So, what do you think about rewatching it now with how you think and what we've been through since The Wire first came out? Is there a difference in the viewing?
Here's my difference. What I'm getting from.
Because I'll never rewatch The Wire. By the way, it's just too
long. What you get from it is you see hip hop evolve, boy. You see hip hop and hip hop culture evolve over like 5 years with eternity. It's like the baggy clothing and the do-rags and how it just goes up into like tall tees into it's just that's amazing. Music too. I understand the police drama aspect of it more as an adult. Before I was more about the gang shit, and I didn't really care about.
That's very true.
I didn't really care about the corporateness and like getting bumped and this and like respect. But now I completely understand it, and I totally understand why the cops went after McNulty. But I do also understand why he just did what he did, and it's just like so. It shows you how like everything's corrupt.
Yeah,
it shows you how fucked up shit really is. So that's on my second viewing. That's what I'm seeing a lot, and yeah. Dave, have you watched it?
How far we are from changing things.
Yeah. So far.
Yeah, I don't know if Dave's ever watched The Wire. Have you?
No, I have not gotten a chance to watch The Wire yet.
Watch The Wire, man.
Do it, bro.
Dave.
But I've never been big about the cop dramas, to be honest.
It's not really it's not a cop drama, man.
Yeah.
This is a life drama, bro.
Yeah.
This is just them explaining
it's like based on real life people, places, locate, like everything. They just took some kids off the streets and made them actors, legit.
Yeah. That's the crazy part. I thought that was pretty dope, though. When you hear that these kids were just like actually living in some of those hoods, and they're
Michael
just like
B. Jordan got his pretty huge start in this show.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So I mean, if you don't hate, Killmonger, you'll watch it.
I like that. If you don't hate Killmonger, you'll essentially it's like if you don't hate black people, you'll watch this.
He's right.
Yeah, that's deep. That's deep. I didn't want to go that deep, but you did it for me. All right. You want to talk about? You said you were going to talk about Rebels, but I see Clone Wars here.
No. Rebels and Clone Wars. Essentially, I'm going to talk about both for a second.
Oh, okay.
First,
are you going to spoil the crap out of things?
I'm going to talk about Star Wars. Yo, dude, it's Star Wars Day.
I want to hear it, man. I'm still gonna watch it.
I know it
I
sucks,
walk
but
away for this one.
Can I call a timeout real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. What's up, man?
Why are you so, for someone who's like super into comic books, you just like to, you just don't want to know?
Let's put it this way. The amount of enjoyment I've gotten from stopping to watch trailers to enjoying a movie,
okay,
I've applied that to this concept. And I could listen to most of them, but Doc so happened, you last week and Doc this week, so I have to hit the two things that I've been wanting to watch, but I just haven't gotten a chance to yet.
Yeah, but if you listened to our Extraction talk last week, we didn't really spoil anything that was
you did not ruin it, but the few things I did hear, when I saw it, I was like, I much would have been right. It's like as if I saw the commercial, like it was there, so it wasn't as.
Can I ask what were the two?
You the guy off the roof, which was like the worst thing to know. The worst thing to know. I was like, I know what's happening here. Just throw the kid off the roof already. Let's do it.
You didn't have to wait long. He did it pretty quickly.
Do it.
Yeah, it's pretty early.
One was the car, but what was funny, you said that what's his name gets hit by a truck, but
yeah,
I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know which character you guys were talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't say the character.
Chris Hemsworth gets hit by the car, I'm like, that's not a truck. And then the guy gets hit by the truck. I'm like, that's a truck. That's fine.
Yeah. See, so there was misdirection too, which makes it more
that
fun.
Was misdirection, but the kid thing ruined that entire scene.
And I mean, when I tell you that Darth Maul kills Ahsoka, you won't be mad.
I'm not even listening to you. I screamed that loud not to listen to you. I'm out. Talk about it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That was so funny. Yeah, man. So I feel like if you're a pretty big Star Wars fan, this was something you probably should have watched because Star Wars Day, May the 4th, was on Monday, and they've been working up to this the last couple of weeks on Star Wars Clone Wars. This was I really like what they did here because the whole idea was this is the last season of Clone Wars, and they had the finale take place on the Star Wars Day. So there was like this whole thing was planned so that they could finish it on that day, and that seems really fucking cool to me. I like how they kind of they took advantage to just tie up loose ends that they wanted to tie up from the series in the last season, and then the last 6 episodes are essentially a movie that should have been like latched on between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Like it's like
what happens between that?
Yeah, because you know how everyone's always just like, why is there no mention of Darth Vader having a Padawan? It's such bullshit. Ahsoka would have been there, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, if you guys feel that way, cool. I mean, they introduced this character for the cartoon, so let's just let it roll. And they really go out of their way in the last 4 episodes. It's a 4-parter. It's like 25-minute episodes, and then the other 2 episodes before are kind of like a prequel to that. So I would almost just, like I said, 6 parts altogether. And if you watch it like a movie, it's a really good movie. It's the story of Ahsoka, and it's like the Ahsoka story next to Anakin's story, next to Obi-Wan's story, as it would have been part of the prequels. Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Well, I mean, go ahead first because I was just gonna explain some stuff, but
okay, this is actually kind of not gonna really touch on what you were saying, aside from something you mentioned before about Darth Vader having a Padawan.
Well, I mean, Anakin Skywalker had Ahsoka,
right?
Yeah.
So, but there was a certain point in the series where nobody knew Darth Vader's real identity. But like, why couldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people knew his real identity, but he killed a lot of the people who knew his identity. Like, most of the people who knew who Anakin was end up dead.
Obi-Wan knew and never really said anything.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. I don't know why Obi-Wan said
C-3PO, R2-D2.
Oh, dude, there's a big thing online, and even the guests that I had on Monday for Not a Journalist, you know, they've all said R2-D2 never has his memories erased and doesn't tell anybody who Darth Vader is. And that's weird. And I was just like, oh, that is interesting. Because C-3PO at some point supposedly has his memories wiped.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. But someone was saying, like, if you watch the entire series, all of it, R2-D2 has never had his memory circuits wiped. He's never been cleaned like they do for, like, on Rebels, for example, that droid that they have, the rude one. In the last episode I watched, they mentioned how, well, you know how I wipe your memory banks every time you come back to base.
Right.
Eesh.
Yeah. So I was so that was one of the things that people are like, yeah, that's kind of a small little stupid loophole that R2 just never communicated anything to anybody. I was like,
I mean, I don't know if R2 would have known that Anakin became Darth Vader though, because in the third one is Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah. He doesn't see him.
So because when he fights Obi-Wan on that lava planet, which I can't remember the name of right now, R2 isn't there.
No, that's true. But a lot of people, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, I know that some people have pointed out that R2 should have the information, and I was just like,
he should have something that like gives context for sure. Either way, interesting. Yeah, the whole Anakin had a Padawan thing got me there. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, but Ahsoka, dude, this, like, I honestly, I wish this had been almost like a live action movie. I'm not gonna joke. Like, I watched it. I watched it and I was just like, man, some of the stuff that they're touching on, like the buildup of Darth Maul returning and being in the shadows the entire time, and Darth Maul realizing that Darth Sidious has set everything up and this was all part of a plan, and even his death, quote unquote, was part of a grand design, and he realizes this right in the movie, and it's just like, oh, I can't do anything, like I can't fix this. And he tries to trick Anakin into coming, but Ahsoka's the one that shows up instead. And that's what that turns into, this whole movie of like her trying to hunt him down. And oh my god, dude, there's so much great Mandalorian stuff in this. Like, I'm so happy I watched this before I watched and caught up on Rebels, because like Bo-Katan, who is that rebel, who is like that Mandalorian leader that you see in Rebels. This is where you meet her, like, technically in the chronological order, you meet her for the first time when she's here telling them, like, hey, Ahsoka, I need you to help me. Well, you meet her a little bit earlier in the show, but it's essentially what shows that she's a strong leader and that she has a plan of action. And she's just like, yo, Ahsoka, I need you to come with me, and we need to get this dude off our planet. He's causing trouble. Your enemy is my enemy. Let's work together. Let's go. And it turns into this whole thing, and it's really solid. It's really good writing. The action scenes, the fight scenes are great. The armor, like, dude, they're going to sell so many fucking toys now. Like, no joke. There's so many toys. Sure. Like, the Mandalorian helmet with the Maul horns that he has his Mandalorians wearing is so badass. Like, his Mandalorians wear a red armor that looks like his skin tone, and they have horns. One of the guys has horns on his helmet. I want that action figure. I don't even collect Star Wars action figures, but that's one of the figures I would want, because that's a badass looking figure.
What? That's
man.
Dope.
Yeah. It was really cool.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. I really liked it. And, you know, Ahsoka does her thing. She you know, dual wielding lightsabers, fights what's his name? Maul, who has dual lightsabers too. Dude, there's one point where they get into a fight and she throws homeboy out of a window, and because he's still holding on to his lightsaber, it's like a hole with like these two huge lines because his lightsaber cut through the walls. And I was like, man, that is like all those small details were dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta get on Clone Wars.
Yeah. I recommend people catch up and watch it. It is a really nice ending. Like, when they said it was the final season, I didn't realize I was watching the final episode at the time. So I was just like, oh, I wonder where they go from here, because this is the end. Like, this leads into the movie. And then I realized, oh no, this is the end. The movie would be the next part. If I wanna see what happens next, just watch the movie. Or actually, technically, and I don't want to spoil it for too many people, but this goes, because a lot of people I know already knew, this goes past scenes in the third movie, because it ends with certain people showing up. So
cool. Definitely got me on the list. I'm definitely
man.
down to watch that. Sounds cool.
Yeah, how many seasons is that?
7?
Yeah. This was 7th season, yeah. But I mean, they
got like 22 episodes. It's like real seasons, though, right?
Yeah, this one's only 12, I think, though.
Okay.
Plus, you don't have to there's so much stuff that you could watch, but Mainly, if you just want to catch up on the stuff towards the end, the last few seasons are really the good stuff. The earlier seasons were good too, but like this stuff is the stuff that really connects to the movies in a nice way and an interesting way. Westworld season 3, side thumb. I mean,
well.
Yeah, episodes 1 through 7, I think, were really good. Then the last 2 episodes, I was just like, oh, you guys are just setting up for next season. And it really sucks, too, because you can tell, like, maybe there was a plan to do something fun, but then they were just like, well, we have another season, so we'll just move stuff to that season. Like, you brought back characters from season 1 and 2, like, actors, even though technically they're not playing the same character. You brought back those actors literally for a cold open scene, and then you never see them again. And you brought them in just for the 3 minutes. It felt like such a waste. I was so excited to see those characters, and then they came in for that scene, and then they leave, and I was like, what?
Well, that moves Westworld further down my watch
Yeah,
list
man,
again.
it sucks, because I really, really like Westworld, but I've been talking to a lot of people, and a lot of us felt that the finale wasn't as solid as it could have been for what they were doing with the season. And the last episode really feels like they were just like, okay, we got to set up for season 4. That's all we got to do.
I remember you being really excited too in the first 2 episodes.
I was, because it was really good. They were doing some cool shit. They're introducing new characters. They were expanding on the universe. You know, they're in the real world now. Really interesting, like, sci-fi stuff is going on. You know, one of the lead characters essentially has like, she has like an assistant, personal digital assistant in her ear that can do anything. She's just like hack into
this whole thing was planned.
So
sorry,
I hear
dude.
myself.
I'm accidentally pressed.
Yeah.
Because it was really
I'm trying to close it. There you go.
And I was like, oh, this is so cool. She has like a personal assistant that like hacks into things, sets things up. She's just like and she has so much money because she's robbed people. She's just like, book the entire floor and give me the room next to this person. And then the assistant's like, negotiating, completed. And it's like, okay, like it's just like a really cool, badass, futuristic thing. So
look who's back.
Westworld, not a thumbs up,
middle.
Middle, because the beginning,
middling thumb.
yeah, the beginning's really solid, but that ending was good. What's up, Skinny?
Can I make a small comment? All these shows. Remember when you guys were all like, 13 episodes is too long. How you like me now?
No, it's not a matter of how many episodes. It's a matter of being a good writer.
It isn't, right? But I'm, again, bringing it back to just shows that I've been watching.
Yeah.
12 episodes is fine, man. If you're going to wait a year for a show, don't give me to 9 or 8.
Yeah.
I'm waiting a year plus, especially when you waited how long for this season to come out, and then what?
Yeah.
You're just
I mean,
but that's the thing. If you write something so well,
yeah,
that you only need 6 episodes to tell it, and you tell it well, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
All right. Okay.
But
like the Sherlock series, for example,
Yes.
is exactly that. Or the Luther series, same
Yes.
thing. It's just like
they hold it down.
One arc,
Yeah.
for the most part, and they just take it from beginning to end, and boom, they give you a closing. They
Yeah.
might add a little nugget at the end, like this might happen, but they close a chapter on so
Yeah.
many things in one season.
Whereas
true.
this one, they didn't like. I guess in a way they did close it because they beat the bad guy that they introduced in the first episode, but the way they beat the bad guy and some of the stuff they reveal about who the actual bad guy was, like the villain of the story is revealed to be a lieutenant, and the real villain is revealed to be X at literally the last 2 scenes. I was like, what? Wait, what? Like that got me really mad. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
with Westworld.
I had a request from 2 people actually for an update on Devs. Devs is a thumbs up. That ending was dope. Go watch it. I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but if you guys are into Alex Garland's kind of new technology, you know, God in the Machine, like futuristic stuff, watch it. definitely watch it.
Oh yeah, I've watched the first 2 episodes and I really like it. Just haven't had time to continue that one.
Yeah.
It's
When you have a
I might
chance,
continue
man.
to watch those.
When you have
It's really good.
Yeah,
I have
it
0 complaints. It's a little confusing at first.
Yes.
You kind of just have to suspend belief a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's
and just like follow.
Yeah, it's in a futuristic world, right? Like it's not
exactly.
Yeah, so like that was one of the things for me.
That's why I'm like, it doesn't have to make sense to you right now. It
Yeah.
will, I'm sure, a few episodes in, and it probably ends up doing that. So,
Yeah. I mean, No, technically all the way to the end. I won't lie to you. I did not understand what was happening. Yeah, sorry.
Really?
It's
Wait,
true.
okay, hold on.
Sorry.
So, okay, hold on. Time out. I like how you brought it back.
No, it's true.
I think I get why you're saying it's a watch, though, because by watching it, I understood that I don't have to understand.
Yes. Bong.
You know what I mean?
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing.
I get it. I was hoping that it would make more sense, but hey, that's fine. It's still worth a watch. I just don't want to give away much.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't understand how certain characters were acting. I didn't understand why certain characters did certain things. And then when it got towards the end, I was just like, I think I understand less. I was able to predict a lot in the first 2 episodes, and then I was able to predict something that like I had an inkling for we lost Dave unfortunately. I had an inkling for in the middle. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
All right. Yeah. That's funny though. It's hard to it's like what I don't know. Anyway, it's a confusing show. It's super confusing, but it's like it's got this that air of mystery, just enough mystery for you to want to know what happens next. Yes. And they kind of like show you people doing things that move the story along. Yeah. But that's what it is. The motives behind what's happening are never clear to you.
Oh my God. It is.
That's what it is.
At the end, it starts to make sense why maybe one person is doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
The other like 5 people around them, no clue.
No clue. I don't. Yeah. See, that's exactly what it is. You don't understand the motive, so the rest doesn't make sense to you. But you know they're following through with the plan.
Yes.
So you're watching their plan unfurl.
Yeah.
Even though you're not sure what the purpose of the plan is, it's this weird, but it's so well done that you can't look away.
I have no clue why Allison Pill does what Allison Pill does, and even at the end, I don't understand why she does what she does. And
I feel like we're speaking in code right now. We've just said a lot without saying
nothing.
Yeah. Practice that for when you're talking about things that people actually want to watch.
But it's just because
you should watch Devs though. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, I'm saying watch Devs. Dude, Star Wars Day was on Monday. Everyone I knew.
I'm not talking about it anymore. I walked away.
Everyone
walk away again. I'll do it, Brian.
All the people who reached out to me asking me like, "Are you gonna do anything for Star Wars Day?" I was just on Geektastic. I was just like, I'll see. Like, I hope so. And then how am I not going to talk about the thing that they worked to end? They literally worked the season to end on Star Wars Day.
It's good. It's a good call.
There you go.
Just catch up on it, Dave. I will too. Actually, I'm going to let you go first with yours, Dave.
I'll do it quick. Extraction, major thumbs up. You guys were accurate about, I guess, everything you said, because from my understanding, last week you said it was great. I think it was great. Not a lot of story, but
really
great.
Good.
Yeah. Really good. Good.
Like, and especially like Netflix, like, good on you. Like, that was like, not to say like any of their other movies were bad or anything, but this was like, I was impressed. I was like, good, you're bringing your A game. So good on you.
It's beating. I think when Bird Box first came out, and that was like the big theatrical sort of release on Netflix, and it got all these views, but only got views by default by being the first.
Yeah.
Extraction is on its way to like destroying that record.
Yeah, that's what
because that's actually a great movie. Bird Box, it's okay.
Well, yeah. So that was a big thumbs up. Definitely watch it. I actually watched Ready Player One for the first time. It's one of those movies that like I meant to go see in the theaters, didn't get a chance, and then everyone and my best friend already watched it. So I was like, one day I'll watch it. So that was this past weekend, and it's pretty good. I was expecting more, like based off of my memory of the commercials back in the day. I was expecting more references, but needless to say, there was a lot there. Spielberg did a good job of creating like his own Back to the Future. Like I had the feeling of Back to the Future in it. Like not that it was a rip off or trying to do like time travel or anything like that, but like the feel. Like I feel like that was one generation's Back to the Future type thing, and I think that was like a nail. And yeah, watch it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's Spielberg, right? So that's me.
That's you. Ready Player.
Wait, did you ever read the book?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dave, did you read the book?
It's all good.
I don't think Dave can hear me. Can you guys hear me?
It's a very interesting concept.
Guys.
Yeah, no, we can hear you. I don't know if Dave is hearing you.
Dave, did you read the book? Sorry, I had to...
No, I did not hear you.
I said it like 3 times, homie. That's why I was just like, I'm like, is my mic on?
When you talk sometimes, Brian, it goes for some weird reason. I feel like it's maybe just my connection.
Yeah, because the rest of them heard me. That's why I was just like...
I did not read the book. No.
Okay. Mark Phillips says, what's up? Shout out to Mark Phillips. I did talk about devs. Hopefully you caught that part. He was one of the people that reached out to me and asked me for an update. Yeah, the reason I asked if you read it is because in the book, there's even more references like that. I feel like the movie had to cut stuff, obviously, because the book is so deep. But the
way too many references.
Yeah. Oh, you found there's too many in the book?
I found there's too many in the movie.
Oh shit! Okay, then don't read the book, homie.
It's hard to keep. It was hard to keep up. I feel like they want you to come back and watch this 30 times to like pause and see what's in it.
Oh yeah. Okay, I could see how the movie's doing that. In the book, you're reading it, so you don't have to like pause. You're just like, I get this
movie,
reference.
Though, what I loved was the 3 clue things. Like they were really well done.
That's in the book. Yeah, that's it.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. I as someone who read the book and then watched the movie, I was like, I didn't love the movie, but everyone I know who's watched the movie and didn't read the book is just like, that shit was dope. So
yeah, it was a cool concept. It was nothing. It was like a 7 out of 10. It did well with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
All right, the big discussion.
Have you all seen, aside from
the big discussion?
Skinny, have you seen Apokolips War, Justice League Apokolips War?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Should I get the javelin? I have the Lego javelin over here.
Get the damn javelin. So Justice League Apokolips War is kind of cold opens into us meeting John Constantine and Zatanna in bed. So they're like obviously in a relationship together. And they get called up to the Justice League Tower. What's it called? I forget the name right now. Let's just call it the Hall of Justice for the heck of it. What are you showing there? What is that?
This is Darkseid and Superman, and I have the javelin behind.
Oh, I was like, what is that? You have a red thing in your hand. Okay, so Superman has been sort of scouting out information on Darkseid's actions, and it seems like Darkseid is preparing to come take Earth, according to his intel. So him and Wonder Woman are gathering the Justice League and giving them that information and saying, hey, for once, we are going to go on the offensive. We are going to take the fight to Darkseid, to Apokolips, and take him down there. Here's the plan. Batman orchestrated the plan. Obviously, had a couple contingencies, which we'll talk about later.
Don't tell them that
in that
yet.
plan.
No, say it.
It's but they're not big contingencies. To me, it was just like, okay, I get it. Why he left. Anyway, so they go on the offensive, but before they left, Cyborg is still connected to Mother Box. He's in this meeting. While he's in this meeting, Apokolips is watching. So Apokolips from jump knows their plan. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, it could only go 2 ways. It's either they knew Apokolips was watching. Darkseid was. I keep calling him Apokolips. Darkseid was watching, and Darkseid would think that was their plan and try to prepare for them in that manner. But then they have a plan B that's like, we fooled you because you were watching. No, they never knew he was watching. And they got to Apokolips and got ambushed, and everyone dies, and everyone dies in a gory manner.
What?
Like, we're talking like arms ripped, bodies torn in half, insides pouring out. We're talking like Green Lantern. We're talking Wonder Woman.
Mira,
we're talking
Martian Manhunter,
Hawkman, Martian Manhunter. We're talking Shazam. Everybody's decimated.
Oh, yo, Shazam was rough. They ripped Shazam's leg off.
What?
Yeah. No, they're the Paradooms. The Paradooms.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say the Paradooms, not the Parademons, because that's the thing. I didn't realize that he had Paradooms. Like, that's crazy,
dude.
That
I don't think they realize either.
That is an unfair fight. Like, that is an OP fight to have Parademons upgraded with Dooms with Superman's DNA. Like, come on.
So you know why I hated Flashpoint Paradox?
Why?
For the fucking minor gruesomeness in it.
Oh, this is not
minor. I will not watch Flashpoint Paradox again because it depresses me. Right?
Oh, bro, then
Yeah, don't watch
here's the
this
thing.
then,
Okay,
man.
so this one
Fuck this movie.
didn't know. But hold on. I'm saying all this to say, like, it was a weak, in my opinion, weak way for the plan to unfurl. Like, Darkseid is just right away aware of your plans from the get go and you get ambushed. I thought that I was really hoping for that side, the thing I said in terms of like having a different plan. Once everybody dies, he left Superman, Batman, Cyborg, and Lex Luthor. I think he left them, kept them as his emissaries.
Yeah,
Right.
And he also used people.
Right. He didn't really do much to Lex Luthor. Kind of just left Lex like human and let him run LexCorp.
Yeah.
Still.
He's like the emissary on Earth.
Yeah. Superman drained of his powers.
Yeah.
He has a constant stream of kryptonite. Kryptonite. I was gonna say kryptonium and kryptonite.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
He has
symbiote.
He has liquid kryptonite embedded into his body. In the
constantly in his veins.
Yeah, he gets the Superman S tattooed in liquid kryptonite ink
on his skin.
Yo, Darkseid is a diabolical monster. The symbol of hope in Kryptonian turned into the thing that depowers you and is constantly poisoning your body.
And you're forced to walk amongst people in your. He wants pretty much his parade. You know how the scene in Game of Thrones where Cersei is paraded through town, shame.
Yeah.
This was Superman's form of shame.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then it turns out that Constantine didn't stay during the fight. The moment they got ambushed and Zatanna was killed, he just turned around and ran and escaped.
Which was brutal.
Yeah. He saw her die. So he's kind of always had that in him. Like, why did I leave? I don't
even feel bad that he did it.
Yeah, exactly. And we meet him like 2 years later now after everything went down in a bar with Etrigan. Him and Etrigan are like chilling. Etrigan obviously at this point doesn't care for nobody. This guy's just straight up doesn't care. And then Superman and Raven find them in the bar. Like, hey, we have a plan. We need your help. We need you to like help us bring things back and take down Darkseid. He's resistant. Finds a way to help them. What happens after they go to? Oh yeah, there we go. So Superman and Lois are. I don't even know what's going on there in their relationship at this point. But Lois is in an underground fight, so they go meet up with Lois.
Yo, I had a huge problem with that. I had a huge problem with that scene.
How do you go from we want you to help us with this? Let's go see Lois, and then when you see Lois, she's fighting in an underground fight against Harley Quinn.
So they kind of imply that Lois is taking care of another part of the mission, and you're like, okay, cool. So when they get to the prison, Stryker's Island, and Lois is there fighting Harley Quinn because Harley Quinn is now the leader of the Suicide Squad, and Lois is trying to convince Harley to bring the team to help them on their next mission. And Lois beats Harley Quinn?
Nigga, what?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, who is a trained gymnast / psychopath. So either Harley
with years of experience.
Yeah.
Come on. So Lois is a military brat, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so which I realized though.
That's the line she says.
But the thing I realized then is when I watched it, the whole point is then Harley didn't lose. She let her win. Because you can't tell me that Harley Quinn would have lost to Lois Lane. I don't care how much of an army brat you are, Lois. Like, you would not have beat. It's like when Catwoman kicked the 3 Flashes. I fucking hate moments like that in comic books or in the universe. I was
gonna say it's equivalent to that, and you said it. Took the words right out of my mouth.
It's like, oh, you gotta suspend disbelief for these moments so that we can move the plot along. No, just write a better plot. Have someone who could have beat Harley Quinn. Where was Batgirl or Batwoman? That's like, you show them later on some other team doing things, so they're obviously part of your crew. Why don't you have one of them fight Harley Quinn? Like, anyways.
What's interesting about that then is, I you know what's funny is I didn't think Harley was doing it on purpose. I was like, oh, I guess they're making Lois a fighter now.
She had
but that makes sense because they want everybody's Earth at this point, anyways. Why wouldn't she be down?
Yeah.
To help for the cause.
Yeah.
She's just doing it as some sick, like pastime thing. But anyway, Lois beats Harley in this underground fight, and then now they're all buddies, and Harley's gonna come help them on this mission. Now on this mission, it's required they need to enlist the help of Damien, who's like super tall now.
Well, he's
people grow
2 years passed, and all of a sudden he's like 20 years old.
2 years.
He's not 20. He looks like when he was in the Teen Titans.
Hey, listen, he's seen a lot in those 2 years.
I was gonna say
he's had to grow up. He's had to grow up.
You guys do realize you're talking about a 16-year-old who by now should be 18 and is the leader of the League of Assassins.
Yeah.
It makes sense that he acts the way he acts and that he looks that much older.
Yeah, he wants to kill Superman. He's pissed that Superman killed everybody, pretty much his dad, and you know.
I was secretly hoping he was gonna have a beard. I'm not lying. I was.
You know what pissed me off about this actually is everyone had stubble, and it was the worst stubble I've ever seen in my life on cartoon. That really annoyed me when I saw the Flash with a stubble, and it was like,
oh yeah, like
weird,
just like a different color. That was it.
What is going on?
Yeah,
they really went lazy on the art.
I have other things to complain about, but we can start with.
Yeah.
Dave's like, yeah, we can hate on the stubble, but there's more. We've got more. That might have to be the title. You can hate on the stubble.
Yeah,
but other
it can't
things
be as nitpicky as a stubble. But that was something I had to kind of like overlook. It was weird. It was a weird addition.
I completely agree with you, especially in the last scenes. It was really pronounced.
Yeah.
Pronounced error right in my face. Can you stop? Stop doing a close up of the.
Did you guys? I have a question, because I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. Why did the Flash go from super skinny when he was on the machine to being back
to super jacked at the end,
dude?
You want to know why? Because he obviously ran to a McDonald's, ate a bunch, and then he's kept on running. Did a double displacement of himself. It doesn't fucking make any sense.
Thank you. That was another thing I was thinking about. I was like, should I bring this up or is it just me?
No, that's not nitpicky. That shit doesn't even make sense. So at one point, you find out that the Flash has been the battery on Apokolips because he didn't actually die. They put him in like some kind of machine that he keeps running.
As always, he's always running the treadmill.
So that
battery.
Yeah. So they save him and they pull him out, and he's like skinny because essentially they've just been feeding him through a tube into his body,
which made his stubble the worst. Stubble too,
but then we jump to the end of the movie when the heroes have won, and he's on the beach talking to Constantine, and he's back to being full jacked Flash, and I'm like, what the?
We're talking like not even a 10, maybe like. You know what? I'll be generous and say this was like 12 hours later. It was probably like 2 hours later.
Yeah, no, dude.
And
even if it was a day later, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, true. Even if it was a day later. Even if it was a month later, it wouldn't make sense that he's completely like cut back. And anyways, Skinny, you look like you wanted to ask a question.
Damn, did they just make their own version of Avengers Endgame, but in DC cartoon form?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ish. Yeah.
Dude, no, and I'll say why at the end.
Even the end when they're on the beach and they're like standing by a tower all destroyed, I was like, hey, Endgame. I've seen this before.
But I know Dave is gonna say it's not because there's no sort of like dark side ended up not being the final villain. It was weird how they got rid of Darkseid.
I don't even know. They used Trigon. Yeah. But
but they used Trigon. Okay, so they took Trigon out of Raven because Raven was struggling hard. She's like, he's about to be unleashed. Constantine was like, I got it. He took Trigon and he's like, I'm going to make a deal with you. I'm going to give you a body to possess it, or if you get rid of that guy. If you get rid of, and Trigon's like,
fuck that.
He looks like Clark Kent. He's like, there's a Kryptonian right there. I'm going to take his body. So he takes. It's like, why is he there? What was Superman doing on Apokolips with no powers?
No, dude, it was so great watching Trigon, because Trigon just like, second opinion, taking this dude, and like just zoom into
fuck your deal.
Yeah.
Like, my way out is right there. He could have literally got into Superman and just left.
Oh
to be
my
honest.
god! And dude, when he starts using the like laser vision with 2 eyes, and then against the Omega beam, and then uses the other 2 to like double up, and I'm like, of course he's gonna do this shit. Trigon has it was so wild. Trigon with Superman's powers, it was so good.
He was laying it on Darkseid.
Oh yeah. Okay,
and then
I'll let
and
you...
then at some point,
I have another question after, but
yes. Go ahead.
Why did Superman's suit reappear on his body
Right?
after? Where did it come from?
There are so many artistic choices in this that were unnecessary and did not have to make the final cut.
Superman is not wearing his Superman suit. Trigon takes over his body. Trigon eventually gets burned out of the body because Superman has the will of the people or whatever. But as
Lois
Lois is love.
And Lois, spoiler alert, she dies.
Yeah, self-sacrifice.
She gets blown up.
Oh,
everyone dies in this movie. Let's just put it that way.
As Superman burns away and pushes out the evil in a true biblical cheesiness, his suit reappears on his body as if he was wearing it the whole time. And I'm like,
his hair cut, faded perfectly.
His beard was gone.
Clean shaven?
Yeah,
he looked like he came out of the shower.
I got it. You know what it made me think? It made me think like, are you motherfuckers saying that Superman pushed him out, ran to a closest bathroom, put on his suit, shaved, cleaned his hair up, and then ran back and acted like nothing happened? What are you doing?
For sure.
I was so mad.
I
was so mad. It was so dumb.
Pretty crazy. They could have just left him in the raggedy clothes he was wearing and like make him like, yo, fight dirty. Yes. This is a moment for you to. Everyone's dead. It's time for him to fight dirty. Now to see him back in the suit, fully clean, trying to beat on Darkseid and doing evil things just doesn't make sense anymore.
He tried being offensive, and look what happened.
Yeah, but it was dumb, man. It was dumb.
Yeah, there were some dumb moments. And I didn't like the power of love thing taking over the body. I actually didn't care for Superman to live, to be honest, at this point. I actually did not care. I was like, why is he back? Trigon was doing a good job. Why is Superman back? Just find a way to trap Trigon in Superman's body on Apokolips with Darkseid and get the fuck out.
Yeah. I honestly, they should have
just left. If you're gonna do Flashpoint at the end, Superman should not be alive.
Bong, you don't need him. You don't need him.
No, you don't even need this movie. Like, I'm sorry. This is shit. So
I came in liking this.
Describe my viewing pleasure of this movie for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
I just want to say, I actually still like it. I just know that it was bad.
Cool. Yeah. No, I will say this, like, for sure, like, the Easter eggs and the amount of cameos, and then finally, like, using some characters in a cool way, like what they did with Swamp Thing, making him fight and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
that was pretty dope.
All that stuff was dope.
In the last one?
Swamp Thing?
Huh? Didn't Swamp Thing die in Justice League Dark, the first movie?
He never really dies because he basically goes into the earth and then
comes back.
Yes.
Power, right?
He's like,
I thought Etrigan died in the last one, though. In the Justice League.
Swamp Thing got blown the fuck up after he went
Etrigan didn't die? Okay.
No.
I love that Etrigan doesn't even like to rhyme anymore. He's just he doesn't even rhyme anymore. He's just like
he's actually Fat Thor.
Yeah. True.
Essentially.
Yeah.
That's true. Skinny's like losing his shit. So this is my viewing of it. So I literally had paused the movie at like 10 minutes by chance, and this is like right when they're at the bar. I'm like, okay, so everyone's died. It was really gruesome and uncomfortable to see all that. Let's still continue because it's going to go on an uphill. 10 minutes go by. More people have died. They're getting dragged really in a corner. I don't know where they're going with this. This is not good. Between the 30 to 40 minute mark, I'm like, this has been fucking depressing. I don't understand why I keep watching this.
This is why Skinny doesn't want to watch it.
They're clearly writing themselves in a corner, and I'm like, okay, based on what's happened, either A, Constantine is going to meet up with Zatanna and create a spell where they get to reverse one thing that happened in the past, most likely their decision to leave and come here, or they're going to use magic in some way to go back in time, or maybe Flash is maybe alive, they'll be able to go back in time and like fix it.
I really thought they were going to do that.
The thing is, my third thought was they could Flashpoint this, but they would be the worst cop out ever.
And everything is the worst.
An hour of depressing shit. They do that, and then it's like, so let me get this straight. Your movie franchise from Justice League War till now is boosting up all these characters to basically confirm that they all can't do shit on their own. They need to rely on the bad guys to fight their battles, and then the bad guys lose and they lose, and the Earth gets destroyed.
Yeah.
And then all you hear is, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
I can't do it again. The future of the world depends on it. Okay, here I go.
That was the quickest. That was the quickest pep talk ever. It's just like, yo, homie, you got to do this. Nah, man, last time I did that shit didn't work. Nah, for real, you got to do it. Okay, you right. Like, what? Straight up. That's exactly what happened. It's like, nah, nigga, you right. Like, okay.
That's crazy. It was there were a lot of cop outs that were laughable, like Lex being the secret agent working under Darkseid for Superman. A lot of things just didn't make sense.
I do like that
it was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a good watch, but I left angry.
I like that we put. I love that Batman was in the chair, the Metron's chair. I love that Darkseid was using him as the tactical advisor for all of his movements. To take over.
You know, at some points when they show Batman in this movie, and him working, and I'm like, oh, at any point now, Batman's really in there.
Oh yeah, no,
he's about to say, oh, this was my plan all along.
No, Batman was completely in. He was
completely under control.
Yeah, he was controlled by Darkseid.
That was weird to see. This is the first time I've ever seen Batman not be plot proof.
And the only thing that saved him was not even just seeing his son.
Because
dude, when he first sees Damian, he's just like, listen here, you little skittle son. Your mom is a hoe. Your whole family's a bunch of hoes.
Your mom had to drug me to have you.
Your mom raped me. Your mom raped me to have you. Your mom then threw you at me. I didn't want to take care of your dumb bratty ass. You're an ignorant little schnit, and I hate you. This is it. And I'm paraphrasing, but he legit told him I hope you die. Like he says.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Now I hope you die. My bad. But I mean, when Batman
and then Raven in the back is like, Damian, don't listen to him. It's Darkseid. You're like, nah. Batman's been dying to say that.
Batman telling his son, "You're a bastard and your mom ain't shit," is one of the favorite things I've ever seen.
Your mom ain't shit.
You're a bastard and your mom ain't shit is one of the
light glasses should have appeared on his face.
God.
I want to see gifs of that moment,
dude. And then when he and then he just whoops his ass.
Destroys him.
Yeah.
Damian didn't stand a chance, obviously. And then what brings Batman back from under the control is Damian getting blown up by the Darkseid's Zeta Peak. What are they called?
Oh yeah, Zeta Peak.
He changed right before that, and then he because he was going to kill him with the Zeta Beam because he turned.
Yeah.
Oh right, that's true. Yeah. So what did do it before that? See, I
mean,
useless.
It pretty much was the fact that he was about to kill him.
About to kill his own son.
Yeah. He
saw his mom and dad dying and stuff.
Yeah, he was about to kill him.
Oh my God, yes. A memory of his parents dying and the gunman holding a gun to his head as a kid.
Yeah.
Is what made him go, oh, is this what I felt like? Yeah. This must feel bad for my son. I'm back.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude.
Come on.
Yeah, that was more entertaining than what that was, though.
But dude, that was another Martha moment. It really was. It's just
straight up,
Martha, why'd you say that name? It's son.
Wow.
Oh my God, is this what? That meme where it's just the guy with the butterfly. Yeah. It's just Batman about to kill a child. Is this Batman reliving his youth? That's what that meme would be in that one.
Yeah.
Let me say one thing. The wiki.
The what?
So the wiki. It gets everything right about this movie. Tells you everything bar for bar, but I don't know why the son of a bitch who wrote it decided to hold back when he just wrote several members of the Justice League die.
Oh no, yeah, homie, it's not just several.
Dude, everybody dies.
Everyone dies.
90% of the team's gone.
No, but I mean, no, you don't understand. You're talking about arms and shit getting ripped off.
Dude,
several team members die. I was prepared for a thumps in the head.
Okay. No.
So before we started the podcast, telling you there's a scene with Hal Jordan, him fight Darkseid, and trying to protect the last remnant of the, I guess, the Lantern Corps.
Yeah. Oh, John Stewart.
Darkseid. Huh?
Because
John Stewart. Sorry,
yeah, because Hal Jordan dies at the beginning when they attack Darkseid the first time.
He
no, he just got ripped.
He got ripped in half.
Disemboweled.
Yeah, he just gets ripped in half. Yeah.
I didn't even see him. Like they said his name.
Dude, it is so fast when they're just showing the clips of how everyone's dying, and then you just see Hal Jordan getting snapped, and that was it. It's not even like it's not even like a very long poor Hal. It's literally just like la 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 snap.
No one stood a chance, bro.
Do you hear screams?
Oh yeah.
Fuck this movie.
Okay, so John Stewart.
The Zatanna death. I've seen zombie movies that I'd rather see them all go and kill that person in real life than see how they depicted how Zatanna died.
John
Zatanna got destroyed.
Was perfectly the Homer Simpson meme where he goes into the bush, comes out of the bush, sees what's happening. It's like, nah.
All right.
I'm out. Straight up.
So good.
Straight up.
No, I don't need to watch a movie, bro.
No, you should. You should just honestly. It's
during the day.
Yeah, it's good to watch. Just to have that knowledge.
During the day. You know the time when she kills the Shazam kids? Okay,
yeah,
that made me tear up. You're talking about shit that's gonna fuck me off of DC for like years.
No, man. This is it's laughable that it's
Yeah.
like just a fun watch to watch where the train wrap goes. That's it.
You know what?
That's really it. I can't believe that they actually did this.
You know what, Skinny?
Given their track record and how much I've been bigging them up in the past 2 years, 3 years.
Like DC doesn't know how to fuck. Like they can get you there and they just can't.
That's the title. DC doesn't know how to fuck is the title, guys. That's official.
Like seriously though, it's like it's like
DC
did the Marvel franchise and fucked up Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah, man. That was not the most gracious exit. And like none of the characters were cared about. None of the characters were cared about in any way. There was no homage, nothing. Everybody just was expendable. And John Stewart, Darkseid didn't even care to finish him himself. He just said, "Hey, Batman."
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Batman, open the boom tube, and drop some of Earth's magma on this planet." So John Stewart is there on the ground fighting, like quoting Green Lantern, "None shall evade my light." Green Lanterns, whoosh,
and then he gets to the last line, and he
kills him and the battery.
Yeah, he destroys everything.
Yo, Skinny is getting up, ladies and gentlemen. He is flustered. He cannot believe his ears. I couldn't believe my eyes either, man, to be honest.
I'm not watching John Stewart melt. I'm not watching him.
Oh, you don't see him melt. You just see the magma and then ash. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, you see skeleton body going like this.
Yeah, but that's not melting. You literally see the magma and then it's ash.
The snap dust.
Yeah, it just dusts.
Just like they did in Infinity War.
Yeah, man. This was it was fun. So I watched an hour last night, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm like, I gotta watch the rest. But I wanted to really finish the whole thing because I couldn't believe an hour in where I was at in this movie. Like, what is going on?
This movie was so bad that I watched the Rick and Morty episode right after, and I'm not saying it's the best episode, but I did not laugh at all. I watched 10 minutes of it today. I'm like, it's still not the best episode, but I was laughing today at things I saw yesterday. That's how bad this movie was.
For those of you listening,
Rick and Morty somehow brings Rick and Morty into the conversation.
For those of you listening,
I still think it was a bad episode.
For those of you listening to this and not watching, I'm giving 2 thumbs down for Rick and Morty because it was so bad.
It can't be too harsh. It started out the first 2-3 seasons.
Did you notice that in the notes for the episode, I put 2 thumbs down instead of a thumb up?
I did.
That's
why I wanted to watch it. And when I watched it, I'm like, it is bad, just like that stupid movie.
Last thing on Justice League, are they going to Flashpoint into Rebirth or Flashpoint back into Bruce Timm?
At this point, I don't even want him to come back.
Yeah,
neither do I.
I think,
but
I do not want another Justice League story.
I don't either.
Whenever they do this, they have to choose new characters. I'm tired of them.
100%. So that means Titans is all gonna get messed up.
Yeah,
Titans.
yeah.
Oh, no, wait, Titans. Yeah.
The Titans cartoon.
everything.
I would think that is that
no, Titans cartoon is not in this.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that's annoying. This
Wait, you mean Young Justice?
Yeah, Young Justice is not connected to this universe, even though it's the same Phil Barassa art style, and that really bothers me. That's one of the things that I don't like about it, because it's just like
I like it now,
but it just doesn't make sense. Like the cyborg that you have in the movies versus the cyborg who's like the kid are two different. It's like a cyborg remodel, but everyone else still looks the same, and that's the thing that kind of bothers me about it.
Oh, actually, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The Teen Titans movies are affected by this.
Yes. Yeah, any of the movies that were taking place in that universe. So.
That is whack. I really don't want a retelling of this. I honestly want them to blow it up and give me an Elseworld. Give me like something else.
Yeah.
Give me the darkest timeline. If we're gonna stick to this thing, give me the darkest timeline.
You know what?
Stick with the garbage.
But you're right.
If they give me the Batman Who Laughs,
Tobi
your ass.
Why not?
I was gonna say,
damn, I don't want to see that shit.
Batman Who Laughs would be interesting. I was gonna say, I feel like they might go back to like the Thomas Wayne one, because if he runs into that flashpoint and goes back to that world, because he erased that world technically, and then but he might be able to undo it. I don't know, dude.
No, he'll be able to go back before he did that type thing.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
Like,
but it's not. No matter what they do, it kind of sucks.
Basically, every movie from Flashpoint till now is all fucked because of this.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that
the really good Aquaman movie we got is nothing.
Yeah, they built all of this up to just kind of toss it out, and that seems really weird. I mean, they could have actually done something really interesting and continued the universe. I was really hoping that this dark was going to be dark, but not to the point where you just kill everybody. You know, like that, it defeats the purpose of building a universe. Dude, we always brag about DC destroying Marvel when it comes to the animated stuff. You have the best animated universe out of any of the comic book. Even if Image tried to come along right now, DC was untouchable, and then you guys end with this. It's like, why? Sorry, Skinny.
They really did not stick this landing at all.
So,
man,
Green Lantern died.
Who?
Green
Sorry?
Lantern died.
All
the Green Lanterns are dead.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Calm down. Okay. Shit, this is on. All right,
but Skinny, it would be a shorter list for you to say this person's alive. I'm not trying to be mean, but
my point is did they really just make sure that only the original 6 survived?
No, not even. No.
Yo, we have Cyborg Wonder Woman right now.
Cyborg, bro.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's a what?
Wonder Woman.
Oh my God, we forgot to tell you.
Well, I didn't.
What?
Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter,
Manhunter's half cyborg spider.
Mira, Wonder Woman, Hawkman, and Martian Manhunter are all cyborgs. They got remember how we said they were ripping people apart and stuff? They ripped them apart, but then he kept their bodies and reprogrammed them and made them cyborgs. So they're actually the first line of defense that Superman and the team meet when they get there, and they start getting their asses whooped because they're fighting augmented versions of
they're
their
fighting
team.
the Justice League pretty much when they get there.
Yeah.
But then John was able to cast a magic spell using Wonder Woman's lasso of truth to bring her back.
And then she kicked the others' asses.
Yeah, by herself.
Yeah,
which doesn't make any sense either, by the way. She would not be able to take on John Jones that easy alone and then have the others. That doesn't make sense.
I feel like that John Jones is like a destroyed John Jones, though.
No, but I don't know, man. When you had Mara as some weird snake-like body and stuff, I was like, this is stupid.
She's like a what you would call it, mermaid. That's the kind of like the...
Mermaids can't do that. She would be flopping around.
But she's
mermaids can't do that.
She's like I guess if anything, an eel, because it's not really
fish.
An eel. Yeah, it's like a segmented second half. That's I don't know. It was weird.
I know, Skinny Man. When we were talking about this before the show, I made it sound like I was super excited to talk about how good it was, but I was more excited to talk about a lot of things that were wrong.
When you wrote in the chat, wow, I was like, if Tobi's gonna come at saying this is the best movie ever, me gonna have words.
I was in shock the whole time.
Yeah.
How did Aquaman die?
He's just one of
the
dude.
He died. Didn't even show you how he died.
Skinny, when I tell you that everyone dies and it's just we don't see everyone because it's just a cut of people dying, you don't even know. They all just get ripped in half. You
this
see
was a mass like scale attack.
You just see people being torn. You just see Paradooms just tearing members and characters apart. They go so fast through who's dying that I remember seeing Aquaman. Was he speared through the chest or had his head cut off? I don't know. You don't see because they're just showing everyone. Like, you see blood and arms being ripped. You see Wonder Woman's arm
popping off.
You see yeah, man, legs. When Shazam's leg gets ripped off and he has a bloody stump as he's flying away from them with blood streaming behind him, you're like, what the hell?
Did you guys catch the point? Let's go back to Shazam for a second.
Yeah, he has
Shazam's leg get ripped off.
Yeah,
gets ripped off, and then
he has a magical leg.
And then Cyborg, was able to get him off planet. Okay, this is so many Avengers references. This is exactly like when what's it called? Heimdall was about to die and sent Hulk away.
Yeah.
As like the so I thought that's what happened there with Shazam, but then he just teleported him back to a secret location on Earth.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
Just the Earth in general.
But that's the other thing. Why did Superman end up back on Earth?
He let him go. He let him free.
Yeah, he let him free. He just was the whole. He just let him free to roam the Earth weekend until he decides what to do with him.
Yeah.
So Batman gets kept because Batman is a tactical genius. Wonder Woman is a warrior. Superman is so useless to Darkseid that he tattoos his chest with kryptonite ink and sends him on his way. Thanks for visiting. Get the fuck out of my house.
Superman without his powers. Superman without his powers is straight up as common as they come.
Oh my god.
Straight up, no joke.
When Shazam actually dies, though, I got teary a little bit almost.
See, I think I blanked out. What happened to Shazam after
that? He's the last one.
He's fighting, and he gets torn
apart in an area where they're fighting a bunch of parademons, and he's clearly gonna die. And he screams Shazam one last time to turn into Billy to kill everyone around him.
You know what though?
It's so bad.
I was actually mad when that happened because it's just like, in that case, motherfucker, fly into the thing you're trying to destroy and scream Shazam so it gets struck by lightning, instead of going off to the side of it and doing it and wasting a good lightning bolt. Loser.
Why doesn't he have lightning?
Loser. Die better.
Why doesn't he have what?
Lightning bolts or something. Doesn't Shazam have like some?
No, not really. No. In the comic book, he doesn't have that.
And like the worst part about like when all the deaths were happening, I remember in my mind like, if these were good guys killing like just like red shirts or something, I'd maybe rewind and watch to see some of these cool kills. But I'm so depressed, and I know they're so gory. I don't want to remember how my heroes died.
Yo, they're so like.
You know what? You can give it to Marvel. Marvel would never disrespect their characters like that.
But you know what it is?
Ever.
It's like someone from Marvel lost their job.
You gotta take risk, baby. You gotta take risk.
Bad risk. They rolled not good.
No. I think that it's like, it feels like someone from Marvel got hired here, sabotaged this script on purpose to try and get their job back. Like,
I can see that.
If it was like the elevator pitch, it'd be like him running to his boss. Yo, man, I have this great idea. Don't worry, everything's gonna come out on top, but I need to finish it quickly. Are you cool? He's like, yeah, I'm too busy, but I trust you. Cool. Feige, I'm about to do it. Can I get my job back? Yeah, all right, sick. Like, it was ridiculous.
It is.
It was.
It
was a fever dream.
James Gunn, what we expected from what James Gunn was gonna do to Suicide Squad, something like that happened to the animated you.
Okay.
But yeah,
that's actually.
I'll take that.
The moment as we went in, like it started, and I saw John Constantine's in bed with Zatanna.
Yeah.
And she said something like "I love you," or I forget what she was saying repeatedly, and I was like, "Oh, is this a dream sequence?"
Remember.
But it ended up not being a.
Yeah, he's like.
Yeah, remember.
Yeah.
Why?
I think he's trying to remember like why he ran, cuz
so everything we saw was from his perspective because it's a memory.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, we didn't tell Skinny.
I love Skinny's like maniacal laugh.
I realize
that's
now.
Actually gross. That's a gross realization.
I realize now we didn't tell Skinny the best part. Skinny, the entire thing, whole thing, John Constantine was a contingency plan set up by Batman and Zatanna, and he was compelled to run intentionally so that they could have a way of figuring this out with him at some point.
Oh, because they knew Superman was a dumb nigga and they shouldn't have listened to his stupid ass.
That's what I didn't understand. I didn't understand the fact that Batman had a backup plan in which Constantine runs away if they all die. I was like, wait, what?
Constantine is his backup plan.
Yeah, Constantine, the guy that has no power. Well, I mean,
Constantine barely did much.
Yeah,
he barely did anything aside from convincing Swamp Thing, who hates him, to destroy something on Earth.
Yeah, it's crazy that
he didn't do much.
It's crazy that he's the lead for this, but actually does pretty much the least. Like, he doesn't do. Like,
he does the worst things possible.
No wonder he had that. That was like at the beginning. So his memories of how they died may also be a little fuzzy, but I mean, based on what we saw afterwards, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
pretty accurate.
When they're in bed and they get called to the tower, and he says, "Batman's such a cockblock."
Yeah.
I was like, what? How is this within the first 20 seconds? One of the first things I hear from this guy's mouth is Batman's such a cockblock.
It was so good.
In a Justice League animated.
Yeah, this is not for kids, man. This is not for kids.
But the fact that it's his memory of things makes sense, because maybe they wouldn't have shown that.
I feel like it's his memory of things.
If it wasn't from his perspective, they probably wouldn't have shown all that dark shit. They probably would have just
right. So that's why
which makes it even worse of a movie.
That's what I'm saying. So the movie makes more sense now that it's this gory, because this is like supposed to be a continuation of how John sees things.
Yeah.
The stress.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
I gotta say though,
you are reaching hard.
To sign it off, like to wrap it up, I think because we didn't even talk about Raven that much, but I feel like
oh my god, no, it's just no.
The Raven and Superman's Last of Us relationship type thing was pretty cool. I thought that was kind of fun. Like, it was fun watching those two be like. Have you guys ever heard of The Last of Us, the game?
Yeah.
They had.
I didn't get that. That's why I'm not agreeing with you.
Oh,
Joel.
Well,
they were like the last two surviving.
Yeah, and Superman's constantly going around trying to protect. He's like trying to make sure because it seems like he has a plan with her.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do to save her? He's just there to literally keep her calm and make sure she doesn't like let Trigon win. But at the end of the day, if Trigon wins, what's Superman gonna do without it? And we can start. His name is Clark from now on. I don't even respect him anymore. It's just Clark, straight up Clark.
Yeah,
it's true.
Terrible. Fun watch though. Fun watch because it's a hell of a ride. But
no, not even, bro.
So many questions. And I was like, okay, I was looking at myself. I'm like, am I that much of a Marvel enthusiast now that I can't appreciate a DC animated movie anymore? Why am I so stuck in the stubble? Why is the Flash going from skinny to muscular annoying me a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, all these questions.
Film is off.
Dude, Lex Luthor helping Darkseid is about to like fight against the people who he's supposedly a spy for, but then Lois doesn't tell them he's the spy. So they get into a fight with Lex and about to really like destroy the man, and then it finally comes. I'm like, why did you wait so long to tell them that he's a spy? You know, it's
No, the whole movie was off, man. Even the voices, like the people they casted for Lex Luthor's voice,
Rainn Wilson,
and Damian's voice, I thought both sucked.
You didn't like Rainn Wilson? I didn't
like Superman's voice acting in this.
Yeah, no, I thought Rainn Wilson did a good job as Lex. He sounds like a conniving, snickering little asshole, and that to me
I didn't see an issue with that one.
I would pay to see another scene with Batman to Zatanna being like, okay, look, so you know we gonna die, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that.
And then she's like, why are you letting him go through with the plan? Well, you know how Clark gets. If I don't let him lead once in a while,
yeah.
and you let him lead on the worst possible mission. You let.
Like office like interviews, like, man, ever since the niggas came back from the dead, he'd be thinking that
that's hilarious.
You mean he has a talking head on the side?
Yeah.
The office now.
Ever since he came back.
Well, just so you know, the only reason I'm letting him lead this is because the last time when I took lead over him, he kind of like smashed my car. So I'm gonna let him take this one. I'm Batman. Oh my god!
Wild.
So good. Wow, this was a lot. This is a lot.
Trash.
I've never talked so much trash about a DCAU movie. Wow.
Never.
Wow.
Dan Harmon in it. Full circle.
Yo, we have an ongoing inside joke about Dan Harmon.
Makes sense. It's about 5 seasons.
I feel bad. I feel bad because we don't know the guy. Who knows?
This season's about Danny Boy. Bring it down on this.
Yo,
Every
my
time
oh
someone
my God.
fails, we'll just be like, you pulled a Dan Harmon, did you?
It's almost like Dan Harmon wrote it.
Yeah, he ruined his own
Harmonized
Should we name that oh man, DC fuck. I feel like we should name it. It's almost like Dan Harmon wrote it because that's a pretty good title too.
That's so good.
I'm down with the Dan Harmon wrote it.
Yep.
It's almost like Dan
fuck up
Harmon.
your
That's
own
so
shit,
good.
Dan Harmon.
I like it. You have a post. You
Almost.
have a picture of Apokolips War, and then the title is. It's almost like Dan Harmon wrote it.
Oh, my
Dan
God.
Harmon, we love you, man. I like the first 2 seasons of Community.
Yep.
Oh man.
That's it.
I like that you say the first 2. There's 6 seasons. I like the first 2.
First two are all right.
Oh man. Oh my
after
gosh.
after 2 seasons, he
Didn't
always
quite get that
fails.
movie.
Wow.
Rick and Morty,
That was-
first 2 seasons, good. Community, first 2 seasons, good. And everything.
Two and done.
No,
At least he's
the first season of
consistent.
Rick and Morty was still good.
Was it as
Oh
good
my
as
God.
season 1 and 2? No.
No, I'd say yeah, actually, in my opinion.
And then season 4 is just a cluster of a mess. I almost want him to just stop making this show. It's like
I know.
you have like 60 more episodes and you can't make a solid 10 more. Like, dude, please stop.
That's crazy.
I'm
He
looking.
signed the extension and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's 70. They're supposed to have 70 episodes more after season 3.
Imagine the pressure.
Jesus. But that's why, like, I'm looking forward to this other dude's show on Hulu because, I'm like, maybe he'll figure out how.
All two good seasons of it.
Because without Dan Harmon, maybe he might write something good.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Damn, man. Dan the man.
Wow.
Got no plan.
Well, that's Justice League.
Fucking 45 minutes on that shit.
I know. Let's go to Geek News.
Geek News and Rumors.
He can't even contain himself.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Guys, Geek News and Rumors. We already talked about the Tom Cruise making a movie in space, so bong bong, you guys know about that.
God, that's still happening, isn't it?
Yeah, we still live in a world where Tom Cruise is going into space, and that's not the
We broke
craziest
Tobi
thing.
this episode.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is nuts.
We talked about Extraction, big whoop, Extraction sequel in the works. Not a shocker. I mean,
That doesn't even make sense. The
Oh,
dude
yeah.
should
They're
be
gonna
getting-
do prequels.
oh, you think?
Oh,
100%.
that
all,
makes
all
sense.
his other missions leading up to this.
Because I
one
want to ask you guys, at the end of the movie, at the end of Extraction,
Yes.
Yeah,
He
we
comes
can
out
tell
of
you
the
that.
you know,
pool.
the kid goes swimming and then he gets up and then there's someone sitting in a chair.
And this is 8 months later.
Yeah, and someone's like,
In a
"Oh, so
chair?
he's still alive." I'm like, "No, I think that's an assassin who's about to kill that kid in that pool."
I also thought that too, but in the mention of the sequel, potential sequel, they also said it will be based on after the movie. I don't know if it's going to be with Chris Hemsworth, or maybe it's that girl that was left at the end that it'll be based off
I feel
of.
like they've set her up so she should be able to do stuff because that like
Yeah.
her final scene is pretty good.
Huh?
Did Hemsworth die at the end of it or something?
It's still a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, if
You
he
would think
doesn't
he
die,
did based on everything, but because of how Teflon
yeah,
everyone
he's
loves
like
the whole movie, you're like,
it's some John Wick level like falling off of a roof but still alive shit. You're like, come on, man, like.
A friend of mine joked that they're in the same universe.
Oh boy, I hope not.
What was that adrenaline movie with the guy from Fast and the Furious in it? Jason Statham. What were the movies he was in?
Cranked.
oh, Crank.
Crank. Yeah, when he
Crank.
fell out of the fucking helicopter. It fell on his face.
Oh yeah, and still lived.
Yeah. The fuck. Anyways.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Never
Crank,
saw this
Crank,
movie,
Crank
but
is
just
its own,
he
its own
died.
thing.
Yeah. What else do we got? Disney to look at movies case by case for premiere video on demand. I mean,
Love it.
yeah, that's essentially Universal kind of lobbed the first grenade into the cockpit, and the plane's going down, and Disney was just like, I mean, we're gonna jump too, but we're just gonna be polite about it, and we're not gonna shoot the pilot in the head. We're just gonna stand here and like, we have our
Universal saw $100 million. They're like, yes, they just jumped the gun. They jumped the gun real quick.
I'm telling you, if right now, if they released Black Widow right now on Premiere Video on Demand, I'd probably pay for it instead of bootleg.
Oh, you're changing your tune from last week, sir.
Oh, I'm saying I didn't want it. I want it in theaters, and I don't think they should do this to her. But if they did,
you guys were all like, New Mutants first. New Mutants first.
New Mutants already has their leak on Amazon.
Dude, that's not like pretend.
New Mutants is coming out in a month. They like, I'm sure, like, Amazon doesn't set up a link for fun. No. You know, like. You don't
They accidentally launched it.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a dark launch for sure, so they can test stuff, and they messed up.
Oops, we went public with this. Like, no, they knew people were going to be like, oh, they're launching the movie on Amazon? Okay, I'm going to subscribe so that when it comes out, I can get that shit.
Create a buzz.
Yeah, that was that play. And whatever, that's smart of them. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to watch her movie on my big screen TV as much as I have a nice 4K television. I don't want to watch it that way. I want to see it in theaters. I want to watch it in IMAX for my special seat that I always get when I go to the IMAX theater here in Montreal. That's how I want to watch it. I want to give her the respect she deserves when they haven't given her the respect she deserves. But I feel like we're not really necessarily going to get that chance because we're going to end up seeing that movie come out in November now, maybe. Hopefully, and even then, what kind of, if there's no vaccine, I'm not going to the theater and sitting next to homeboy and homegirl that I've never met.
Just before the winter, bro. Right on time for another round.
Unless I could find like that nice ass like gas mask, the one with the like AirPod things on the side.
Oh, I have
where you're like, I know you do. I actually realized because you were doing construction and stuff. I was like, oh, yeah. You might have to send me one of those, homie, because I want to be in that theater like.
I got a couple. I rented out for $5,000 a night.
And no popcorn or soda drink. God damn.
That's true. You can't
take the mask off, man. Can't take the mask off. You can't take the mask off. Yo, if you are the type of person out there wearing a mask and you keep touching your face in the mask, you do realize the mask isn't doing anything. Just a reminder.
The thing about people cutting holes in it so they can breathe. Too?
Oh no. Are people doing that?
Posted that?
No, the thing I saw was people.
I can't wear them shit.
People are putting the plastic over so that the deaf and the hearing impaired can read lips, which I thought was cool. I was like, oh, I honestly did not think about the fact that the deaf and the hearing impaired needed to see our lips. I was like, oh shit, that's true.
That's very thoughtful.
Yeah, okay. No, I respect that. Skinny, are you saying you're not wearing a mask?
Not that I'm not wearing a mask.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not wearing a mask. Yeah. Like, I tried it.
What are you talking about?
I've been doing it. Let's edit that. I've been doing it. Okay. I've been wearing it. You know, they work. And then it's just I can't fucking breathe, man. Like for real.
Yeah, it gets very. I don't know how nurses and stuff do it all day or doctors do it all day.
I know.
I mean, I'm
trying to be. Yeah.
But you wear a bandana though.
Yeah.
Do you know? Are you saying?
Yeah.
You know what? I'll let you do you.
No.
I'm not gonna.
No, wear the bandana, constraining and so on. I feel that, but like just around here with the ears, and I even have a thing on the back so it doesn't constrain my ears. But I just can't breathe. I can't. No.
Yo, man. I mean, I didn't want this to happen, but the fact that the everyone is now coming out with like branded masks, I'm like. Brian getting them matching masks for everything. The Raptors are developing a mask. I saw the Raptors have one now. I was just like, oh. As soon as the basketball teams start making them, I'm like, every other team's going to make them. I
know like 3 friends on IG who got their own masks out.
Yeah, me too. Everyone's mom is making masks.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I got an Aunt B. Listen.
I'm just waiting for when they start doing the like Marvel and the Star Wars ones to match the caps, and I'm going, man. Yeah. I told you guys that from the beginning. I said once they start making masks to match, I'm doing it. So gonna have my mask collection. Anyways, what else do we have in Geek News? Nicolas Cage to play Joe Exotic in a scripted series.
Dave Spade.
You want David Spade
to pay taxes, bro.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just like, why though, dude? Like, why? Why are you doing this? But also, why are they making a scripted series about this?
About what?
About
there ain't shit else.
About Tiger King. Like, aren't people?
This is how lazy Hollywood is, Brian. They don't even let the story get old now.
Seriously.
This one's all Nick Cage. Straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. Looked at the guy, looked at the picture, look at the outrageousness, and look at the kind of movies Nicolas Cage has been making in the past decade. This is right up his alley. I think he.
Oh, yes, I agree. It's just sad that this is up his alley.
Yeah.
The guy who did National Treasure 1, which granted isn't a great movie, but was somewhat interesting, like that actor, and what was some of the good movies, like The Rock and
The Rock, Face Off.
Yeah,
was a good one.
Con Air.
Yeah.
If you watch Con Air, he looks just like Joe Exotic.
Oh God.
You crazy, baby.
And now this, like, I know he's been doing. Oh, the other one I like, Matchstick Men. Matchstick Men was like one of those movies he did after his fame and kind of rested a bit.
Weatherman is hard too.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Is that the one where he wakes up and he doesn't remember anything?
No, it's the one where. No, it's the one where. No, sorry, is that Nick Cage or is that Michael Keaton? No, that's Nick Cage. Nick Cage.
Because there's one where he wakes up.
What movie?
Weatherman.
He has the bow and arrow on his back. He's walking through the city.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. There is another one where he wakes up one morning and doesn't remember anything. It's the B something. Fuck, I don't know. Well, whatever. Nicolas Cage made too many damn movies, and you're right. He's paying off them taxes. You know what though? Did he sell that Superman comic book that he owned that was worth millions? That he, maybe pay off.
No, he lost it, and then someone nicely gave it back to him, and he kept it.
Okay, well, sell that shit, motherfucker, and get that money. Get out of here with making bad movies for taxes.
No, sell your castles.
He still owns castles?
Yes, castles.
Plural.
That's why he's got mad in debt. That's the taxes thing. He owns too much shit that he owes money for property tax.
Man, he's not good at this.
Yeah, I was going to say, Nick Cage is not good at fame.
Yeah, man, he's not good at this. Why are you gonna have castles?
Nick Cage is not good at fame.
He names his son Kal-El, bro.
I know, yeah, he really loves Superman. Oh, God.
And he has a big tattoo of that thing that he fucked up, Ghost Rider.
Hey, he didn't fuck up Ghost Rider.
Oh, my God.
Ghost Rider 1 was alright.
The writers fucked up Ghost Rider.
Ghost
Rider 2 is better than Ghost Rider 1, and that's sad.
Who said it's better? Who said 2 is better than 1?
Listen, we can watch both and compare how crap they are to one another, but the point is, the new DC animated film Apokolips is the worst.
And again, almost like Dan Harmon.
The past 45 minutes will tell anyone listening to
that. Oh yeah, the last thing I have, Taika Waititi and Christy Wilson Cairns are working on a Star Wars feature film. Taika and Christy are going to be writing it together, and Taika's going to be directing. So we have yet to know what that story is going to be about, but hopefully something interesting.
Is that going to be the Ahsoka thing?
Oh, maybe.
Or the droids movie.
Oh, no, but Ahsoka is showing up in Mandalorian, so I don't know if they're going to make a separate movie for her.
Okay.
They're making a movie about the droids?
I'm kidding. No, I was just saying, if Taika was to do a movie, it'd be a droid.
Didn't he play a droid in the Mandalorian?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
I mean, there you go. And he'd be hilarious.
Yeah. Man, if they let Taika direct a comedic Star Wars movie,
I'd love it.
I'd be interested.
I don't want to see that. Then it'd be just like what they do in the Shadows, but with droids.
No, he has range. Look at what he did. Do you feel like Star Wars do you feel like Thor Ragnarok was like a version of what they do in the Shadows?
No, yeah. But it's not the same kind of, like, I see the droids being that concept, a bunch of different kinds of droids hanging around, and then it's again, anyway, that's what
you say that, and I'm like, I would watch that. I mean,
I'm sure a lot of people would. I'd just be like, oh, what a waste of a Star Wars movie for me.
Oh shit. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. Oh man, we had a lot of people tuning in and out of the show today. I see the numbers just keep jumping up and down.
I noticed too.
Yeah,
guys, this was a lot of fun as always.
It was.
This wild ass show that we do.
DC ain't fit.
Yeah.
Killed me, man. That was hilarious.
I think it's a good reason. I realize now, Toby, why you wanted to do that last. That makes sense because we definitely went we went hard on that. Guys,
so happy you don't have to watch that movie, man. Toby, you saved me. Thanks, bro.
I would again. I'm recommending you watch it. Just just to button up and tighten up and just really enjoying this outrageousness that we were witness to. And then you can put it to rest and like pretend you had a bad dream.
During the day, maybe have a box of tissue. Pauses. Like, make it a 3-hour event. You don't have to watch all that crap in one day.
A box of tissues. Pause it.
Dave is making it sound like someone's masturbating.
That garbage is gonna make your eyes burn. It's trash.
I love
the smell from
Dave's
the trash
innocence.
will burn your eyes.
Dave's innocence is so fucking good sometimes. Dave, it sounds like you told him to get tissue to jerk off to this thing. It really did.
And you don't have to do it in an hour. 3 hours. Really take your time.
You guys are ridiculous. You guys honestly have to get out more.
You said
can't get out more.
Get a box of
I'm
tissue.
the one living alone without a girl. It's a little sad how bad
It shows in the things you say.
Dude, the tissue because how bad a movie is does not translate to masturbation, bro.
Listen. No one is saying that that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Doc clearly says
it sounded like a description.
Your innocence in the things you say and how they come out makes us go, oh man, we are really,
because
that's where our mind goes right away. We're the ones who are sickos here, not you.
Because as soon as you said it, I looked up and Tobi was smirking and I was smirking and I was like, okay, so I'm not the only one who heard him say it. And I thought, why are we grabbing a box of tissues to watch this movie? The Harley Quinn.
As I grab a box of tissues right now.
Harley Quinn versus Lois Lane got somebody a little too excited.
Oh my god. Brian, we have to have a talk after this, bro. How your brain works,
dude.
I don't even.
It was just get the tissue. Anyways, guys, we gotta sign out. Again, just a reminder, folks, you can still vote for us. Today is the last episode we'll be able to do before the vote closes. So we just want to remind people, Geektastic Cypher has been continuing throughout this entire pandemic, doing our show on the weekly for you guys, keeping you entertained. So we ask that if you haven't voted yet, to throw a vote our way. cultmtl.com/vote-best-of-MTL. Tell your friends. Category 24, best podcast in the city. I think, I mean, if you had asked me before the quarantine started, do we deserve number one? I would have said maybe. I think we do good stuff, but I don't know. But if you ask me now, when we are constantly putting out great episodes, like, I mean, I'm not tuning my own horn, guys. The numbers don't lie. We've been getting great views. You guys are tuning in. The comments are great. We're getting a lot of great feedback. And I think, you know, we appreciate all you guys tuning in on the weekly because we have a lot of fun doing this. This is one of the things I look forward to with the fucking Groundhog's Day. At least Wednesday is a slightly better Groundhog's Day because
it's probably the one piece of normalcy I still have in my life.
Yes, it's fun, and I love talking with you boys every week. I definitely appreciate you guys, and I love the fans tuning in, and I love the fact that people are like asking me to update them on shows and stuff like that. I like that shit. So
I love it too. And shout out to Legion and Mark.
Yeah, you guys constant supporters, man.
There's always tune in.
Oh man. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it. Anything you guys want to tell the people?
Nah, man. Stay sane. Yeah, just do what you can to get through whatever we're getting through right now.
All right,
don't do what Skinny does. Wear a mask. I do wear a mask. I'm just playing, but you know, when I'm driving, I don't. So don't do what Skinny does.
That's fine. It's in your card.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
wear a mask.
trying to save face before we get out of here.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Oh god. Great. We're out, guys. Take care, everybody.
All right. Peace.
Peace.